A quick roundup of the latest Covid-19 news now, and we turn first to Prince Charles, who contracted the illness and continues his self-isolation at Balmoral Castle. He now joins us from there. Your Royal Highness, thank you for joining us. Have you fully recovered?
Morning. Yes, well, I'd say I'm 3/4 of the way there.
Good. So, what is the virus like? How does it feel to have it?
Ghastly disease, awfully high fever, continuous coughing, and a real struggle to breathe.
What recovery advice do you have for anyone with symptoms?
Stay positive, stay indoors, stay hydrated and well nourished, play with squirrels, and ideally hire your own dedicated medical team.
The Prince of Wales there, updating us from Balmoral. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who also contracted the disease, has been released from intensive care. He remains at St Thomas's Hospital in Westminster. Journalists were invited to observe a special socially distanced conversation between the Prime Minister and the senior nurse responsible for his care, Sheila Obidingwa.
How are you feeling now, Prime Minister?
I'm feeling much better, Sheila. You've been outstanding. I'm enormously grateful to you and the rest of the team here. How on earth am I supposed to privatize you now?
Hey, if you privatize the NHS, I will pull out your oxygen supply.
The BBC, meanwhile, is to screen a replay of the entire 1954 World Cup, the first World Cup ever to be televised. I spoke to the BBC's Director General, Tony Hall, to find out more. Tony, why the 1954 World Cup? Well, Bob, there's a huge demand for football in this country. The football season's on hold, the European Championships postponed. It was the first televised World Cup, and we thought it would be a great idea. What do you say to critics who claim the BBC is running out of ideas?
I say they can piss right off.
OK, Tony, we'll have to leave it there. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has come under renewed pressure following criticism over New York's failure to contain the Covid-19 outbreak. The latest figures show that New York has 160,000 Covid-19 cases, more than any country, including China, Spain and Italy, and 7,000 deaths. I spoke to Mr. Cuomo earlier. Mr. Cuomo, clearly a major crisis unfolding for your city. Could you have done more?
Listen, Bob, New York is resilient. We don't just take shit lying down. You understand? We'll get through this.
Critics are saying you could have brought the lockdown into effect sooner and enforcement has been lax. What do you say to that?
Hey, Bob, when I brought the lockdown in, that ain't something we take lightly. You understand? I spoke to my advisors, Paulie and Frankie, and they said, boss, go ahead. Now, with enforcement, if we see any motherfuckers out there that should be at home, we're going to put a bullet in their ass.
Amidst a spike in Covid-19 cases in the US President Donald Trump issued the following statement from the White House.
I want to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free from the inside. I have screamed and I've cried. I don't need you. I've got to break free. God knows God knows I want to break free. When push comes to shove, when push comes to shove, I'll be just fine. Tough shit for those with a raw deal. When push comes to shove, yeah. God damn those statistics you can shove.